I don't do homewrecking. I'm not a side piece. I don't stand for any of those things. I support women, so I would never do that to another woman because I would never want it done to me. So I ignored him until he was here.
And how young is he?
Super young.
22.
Yeah. He's living on the edge. He don't know You see him?
Right.
He's a jolly idiot. They say ignorance is bliss. That motherfucker's a...
So it's official. Travis Hunter's love story just flatlined, and the autopsy is pure scandal. The breakup alone could have fueled weeks of messy headlines, but nope. Fate decided to throw in a plot twist straight out of a trashy reality show. Before Travis could even process losing the woman he swore would be his forever, life served him a second slap in the face. Her engagement. Oh yeah, Instagram exploded with blinding diamond shots and comment sections drowning in "Congrats, Queen." And no, this wasn't some cute throwback to their big moment. It was her brand new engagement to, wait for it, his own Jaguars teammate. That's the knife twist nobody saw coming. Now the internet's detective hats are on, whispering about side deals and hidden plays. Was Lyanna running a whole secret playbook Travis never even peeked at? And the million-dollar question, can he even crawl back after a hit this brutal?
You ain't never had no girl. So why y'all talking about me? Find something else to talk about. You talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life. Stop worrying about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me. Like,
if you've been tracking Travis and Lyanna's soap opera of a relationship, you already know the breakup chatter's been bubbling. But what's sending the internet into full-blown meltdown mode right now? A leaked batch of photos, yep, Lyanna and that teammate detonating across Reddit threads and slipping into private chat groups faster than gossip at a high school lunch table. The night those pics dropped, just before 7 p.m., the digital streets caught fire, and nobody's been able to put it out since. Primetime drama hour, people. The first shot? Lyanna in a sleek, body-hugging white silk dress, grinning like she just won life's lottery. The second? His teammate, full fairy tale mode, down on one knee mid-proposal. The third? A kiss framed like it belonged in a magazine spread, with that diamond screaming for attention like it had its own PR team. No caption, no context, just straight-up shock value because, hello, everyone knows Lyanna is Mrs. Travis Hunter. And the man in those pics? Yeah, definitely not Travis. Some friends piled in with sugar-coated congrats and wishing you the best. But buried between the fluff were those shady little gems hinting she'd just broken free from a toxic mess. Others jumped in with "we been new" and "you're late to the party," like they'd been clutching the tea for months. And that's when it hit. There was no way the man in those photos could have been Travis, because this wasn't just proof she'd moved on, it was proof she'd leveled up to a whole engagement. And here's the knife twist. Word is Travis found out the exact same way the rest of us did, scrolling the internet. No warning. No, we need to talk. Nothing. And when he saw it, insiders say he completely lost it. By the next morning, he rolled into the Jaguars facility late, no smile, no handshakes, no small talk. He blew right past the media, straight into the locker room, and made a beeline for his teammate's stall. Folks inside swear it wasn't a chill man-to-man chat, it was pure shouting. And not the "how could you" kind, but the "how long" kind, which tells you exactly what Travis had already been thinking. No punches, no shoves, but loud enough for people outside to stop mid-task like someone had just pulled the fire alarm. Within an hour, Travis was out, no team meetings, no practice gear, nothing. And by that night, his Instagram had done all the talking, unfollowed half the roster, the teammate's shiny new fiancé, and even the head coach. Then came the midnight bombshell. Travis popped up on IG live, no lights, hoodie yanked low over his face. He just sat there, dead silent, for nearly a full minute. When he finally spoke, his voice was low and heavy. "You think you know people?" That one line set the comments section on fire. Snake emojis poured in, his teammate's name blew up the chat, and fans begged him to spill the tea. But Travis just blinked twice, ended the live, and vanished. Within minutes, clips of the stream were everywhere, and it was written all over him. Glassy eyes, slumped shoulders, the look of a man one breath away from completely breaking. This wasn't just heartbreak. This was the kind of soul-crushing hit that could bench a person for life. And just when you thought the play-by-play couldn't get any messier, it did. Here comes the twist nobody had on their bingo card. Travis and Lyanna, the so-called exes, might actually be expecting a baby together. No official post, but the rumors are multiplying like wildfire. Whispers saying Lyanna's already a few months along. One blind item even claimed they're keeping it hush-hush because their relationship is tangled in more drama than a primetime soap. The hottest word in the streets? This A-list athlete's wife is pregnant, but forget baby shower vibes, because his lawyer's allegedly demanding a paternity test before the divorce can even move forward. And as if that wasn't messy enough, the two just dropped a cutesy video like nothing's wrong, casually shopping to add a new member to the family, with the caption, "Come with us to adopt a kitty." For context, here's a short clip from that chaos-inducing post.
Come with us to adopt a cat.
At the Humane Society.
Mom and DS.
On the surface, it played innocent. Just two people doing something sweet they'd supposedly planned forever. But a quick scroll down the comments and the vibe flipped hard. Suddenly, people were side-eyeing the timing. Was this a genuine day-in-the-life moment, or a perfectly staged PR move to shut the blogs up? Fans piled in with comments like, "Wasn't she just crying about not wanting this relationship? Now they're cat shopping, and so, who gets the cat in the divorce?" That last one clearly struck a nerve, because Travis actually clapped back, believing that rumor is crazy. LOL. The real shocker? Travis had always defended Lyanna every single time, which is exactly why her spinning around and locking in an engagement with his teammate before the divorce papers were even cold felt like twisting a dagger in Travis's chest. It sent him into a full-blown tailspin. And just when you thought this circus couldn't pile on any more acts, old footage started creeping back into the spotlight, and wow, the red flags were practically neon. Like that clip from last season, moments after a win against the Titans, where his wife sprinted right past Travis and straight into that teammate's arms before even glancing at her husband. Back then, folks laughed it off as Team Mom energy. Yeah, not so hilarious now. Or that night at the charity gala, where she rolled in solo, breezed right past Travis, beeline to the teammates' table, and stayed glued there until the cameras dipped. Turns out, the rest of the locker room had been clocking this for a while.
Them same tats, too. A eater! Ain't no way. 3 years ago, they've been together for 5 years. That's that same tat. Yeah, my boy in that bitch putting her to work. Ain't no way.
One source, a former player turned analyst, says the whispers had been swirling for months. According to him, after practice this particular teammate had a habit of hanging back, claiming he was waiting on a ride. And that ride? Almost always her. But here's where it starts feeling like a play straight out of a scandal script. Just 2 weeks before the engagement bombshell dropped, that same teammate locked in a multi-year extension, guaranteed money in the bank. And right around that moment, Lyanna's social media took a sharp turn. Suddenly, fewer posts with Travis, way more cryptic captions about new chapters, and finally choosing happiness. Now the million-dollar question bouncing around is, did she wait for him to secure the bag before sealing the deal? And if you've been keeping up with this soap opera, you already know the whispers about Lyanna creeping behind Travis's back are nothing new. Just last year, a blind item dropped claiming the significant other of a certain A-list athlete would call him a cuck when he wasn't around, and had been making moves on a much older, big-name rapper. That blind was never confirmed, but let's be real, fans weren't exactly clutching their pearls. If anything, it just cemented the belief that Travis and Lyanna's marriage had been on life support from the jump. And it didn't take the internet's self-appointed detectives long to start digging, unearthing a whole gallery of photos and videos showing Lyanna in some seriously questionable scenarios. The wildest part? Every single one allegedly happened while she and Travis were already together. It was bad enough that Travis had to sit there, log on, and watch this circus unfold in real time. But then, it got even messier. Worse. Way worse. He morphed into the punchline, the guy roasted in every simp meme, the cautionary tale men throw around when warning each other how not to get played out of their bankroll. And you know it's bad when even Bow Wow crawls out of his low-key life to hand out marriage advice. In a now viral clip, Bow Wow looked straight into the camera and told Travis point blank,
Going on, gang. If we didn't get, we'll let you crash out, but from one player to the next, I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but I want you to open up your eyes, man. There's no reason why she commenting on another page, NBA with heart eyes and the money tongue out. That's your fiance. Wake up, young brother. Fiancés don't move like that. I ain't never had one of my fucking girls ever lay next to me in the same crib as me under another page, leaving heart eyes with the money.
Wake up and realize Lyanna is just using you for your money and your status. And he didn't stop there. He told him to protect himself at all costs. You could hear it in his tone. This wasn't some clout-chasing soundbite. This was a man speaking like he'd seen this movie play out before and knew exactly how it ended. Now, with Lyanna's betrayal plastered across headlines, hooking up with his own teammate, all those old videos and shady comments are crawling back from the grave to haunt Travis. But then came the final straw. Lyanna herself dropped a TikTok that had people convinced she was all but confirming every rumor, failed marriage, divorce in motion, affairs, the whole scandal buffet. She sat there on camera, sobbing uncontrollably while a motivational audio track played in the background. God gets ready to make you a great woman. You'll know he's going to make you great by how you suffer. Within hours, the clip blew past 1 million views, and the comment section turned into an all-out battlefield. Some followers clutched their pearls over her mental health, others cheered her on. But a massive wave called it exactly what they thought it was: sympathy farming. Accusations flew that she was soft-launching the divorce, painting herself as the poor, wounded victim to justify bailing on Travis. One commenter didn't hold back. "Why you crying? You cheated." Another piled on with, "She's already running her exit plan." And the flood of comments didn't slow for a second. People were demanding answers, receipts, accountability, the truth. But here's the kicker. Lyanna went on a delete spree, wiping every critical comment and leaving only the cheerleader ones. That's when folks really started connecting the dots. Something wasn't adding up, and maybe, just maybe, she was hiding something huge. Then Travis hopped on IG Live and basically confirmed what everyone had been whispering. Suddenly, it all clicked. Those shady moments when Lyanna would tell people Travis wasn't her type, the cryptic captions, the mysteriously vanished DMs, the late-night calls to mystery men no one recognized. Now fans can't stop asking, if she's actually pregnant, does Travis take her back? And the bigger bomb, does she walk away with half of everything he's bled for? That's when this disaster stopped being harmless gossip and started spilling straight into the game. Multiple insiders claim Travis's agent has been quietly working the phones, sniffing out trade options before the season even starts. And if he bounces, it's not just losing a starter, it's losing the guy who holds down half their defensive scheme, and the teammate at the center of this entire mess. The locker room? Fully riding with Travis. Even players from other NFL teams have been out here liking tweets throwing shade at the teammate, and in league culture, that's basically a neon-lit public call-out. And then came the most jaw-dropping twist yet. A local beat reporter swears Lyanna timed that engagement drop to perfection, allegedly waiting until Travis was trapped at a charity event, surrounded by cameras, so his unfiltered reaction would be caught in 4K. If that's true, this wasn't just betrayal, it was humiliation, planned down to the second. Now the question isn't just whether Travis stays in Jacksonville. It's whether this whole saga was orchestrated from the very start. Did she and that teammate cross the line months ago? Or was this an inside job from day one? Until someone in that locker room breaks the silence, all we've got is that final haunting shot. Travis Hunter. Hoodie pulled tight, sitting alone in the dark, watching the woman he built a whole life with slide a ring onto another man's finger, while the entire world watched. And if you want the next bombshell the second it hits, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Because trust me, this saga is nowhere near over. Do you like this personality?